All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you so very much for joining us today. This is Lyria Moore of DSWorldwideDomination.com, and I am coming at you with our sixth episode of Dominating Entrepreneurs. And today I'm so excited because the entrepreneur that I am interviewing is just an amazing woman, and she has inspired me so much. I have seen her grow, I have seen her progress, and I am just wanting to share in reaching one of her goals. I want to share in that celebration and that excitement, and I wanted her to be able to share her story with you so that you can see that we are just regular people, and we took action, and we had goals, we made a plan, and that's really all you have to do to make your dreams come true. So I wanted to also let you know that today we are going to try a new feature where you can actually ask questions of the panelists. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce LaKesha Hall. Hello.
Hello, Lyria.
How are you today?
I am super fantastic.
That is great. Okay, so thank you so very much for joining us today. So yeah, just like I was saying, I have been watching your progress and just so amazed and so inspired, and I wanted to make sure that everybody else was just as inspired as I am. So let's try to start all the way back from the beginning. For those of you who are watching us at the Google Plus, the G Plus Google Hangout page, you can type in your questions underneath this video, I do believe, and if I'll probably be able to see them, and then we can get to the questions maybe later. So for now, LaKesha, I just wanted to ask you, how did you get started in DS Domination?
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Lyria. I am Coach-LaKesha Kenya. I started back in October 15th. I joined DS Domination because I saw where someone posted that their son had made, $1,000, and so I'm like, wait a minute, somebody's kid is making this kind of money. So then I sent a text message, I Facebooked the person, and I'm like, what is this about? And so he then shared a link, and it was just a no-brainer for me at that point. I just decided, you know what? I need to take a look at this. And I looked at the video, and it was a join now button, and I just said, it's $20. I spend $20 for lunch, so why not take a chance.
That is great. Okay, now I'm so glad you brought that point out, because a lot of people want to know, how much is this? They see maybe us posting, results and things like that on Facebook, and they just want to know, it sounds like it's expensive, or maybe they've heard of other companies, or other things, other work at home opportunities where it is expensive. So you're saying that it's only $20 to start?
Yes, Lyria. I actually started at the $20 level, and I have some people, I started at the $20 level, but although it was $20, I chose to treat it like it was $20,000.
That is another good point. Thank you so very much for that, because I know that, I guess it's, human nature maybe to not really value things that come easy to you. So I thank you so much for that point. Yeah, and that just shows what an amazing, what an amazing mind you have, and what a great business person you are, because some people, it takes them a long time to realize that, and you kind of pick that up, right from the bat. So, okay, so now we're going to move on, and we're going to go to, okay, now how has that $20 investment paid off for you?
Okay, well, for the first couple of months, I kind of, I paid my $20, and I just really just sat on it. I had my hands on this and doing a couple of other different things, and I love travel. If it's anything I love more than travel, it would be travel. So, I was traveling and doing my own thing. So it was December where one of my team members, because I was just very casual about DS Domination, and I posted, to look at the Google Hangout, and I had a team member which was one of my previous managers out of Florida, who joined me. And we posted, or it was a question in the Facebook group, in the Unit of Prosperity Facebook group, that asked, had anybody made money? So one of my very own recruits, my first recruit, she said that she made over $2,000. I'm like, $2,000? And I'm sitting on this. I'm a nurse, and as of August last year, my nursing job, if you don't have patients, you don't need nurses. So I understand. So at that point, we started getting called off from work. So if you're called out and you're canceled, either you use your vacation time, or your PTO, or you don't get paid. So I was to the point where I was actually doing job applications for another nursing position. And I thought to myself, I'm like, LaKesha, why are you trying to get another nursing job when you don't want the one you got? So with that, I decided to really start posting items. And so that $20, the very week that I posted, I remember it as if it was yesterday. It was December 2nd. I was at work on that Tuesday, and I actually sold those 2 items that I listed. And so then I'm like, oh my God, this thing really works. So at that point, I went home and I decided, you know what? I need to get rid of some of the stuff that I have here in the closet collecting dust. So I then listed some of those items. And so, my vacuum cleaner, I sold it for $489. I sold a pair of boots for $180. And I just start scrambling, looking for stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I might come home and be the sold my own couch. I mean, I was just that excited. So at that point, the first week after I took action, that's the key. After I decided to take action, then that's when everything started to line up for me, and I made $1,071 in sales the first week after I listed.
What? Oh my gosh, that is
yes.
Oh man, that is amazing. Okay, that is such a wonderful story. I'm so glad you told everything. Okay, so it sounds like you caught the bug.
So basically at that point, Lyria, I'm like, you know what? 700, and mind you, because I sold my $400 and something vacuum and my $180 boots, that was pretty much 100% profit, minus my little eBay fee that they take, for selling on eBay, which, I don't have a brick and mortar, so that's like peanuts, but I had over $700 profit. So I'm like, no more second job for me ever.
That's right. Ah, that is so good. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, so that is okay. And also, I need to put, I guess, a little disclaimer in here, because I'm tearing up now because I'm like laughing so much. I need to put
tears of joy, wonderful tears of joy.
Yes. Okay. Disclaimer that your results may differ from LaKesha's. As you heard, she took action, and different people get different results because of the action that they take. So anyway, you also mentioned the Unit of Prosperity. Now, would you like to elaborate on that?
Yes, I would. As being a part of the Unit of Prosperity, the camaraderie amongst the team, I can recall when I was with a previous unnamed company, I reached out to one of the team leaders because I had a question. It was a quick question, and it was actually about an upcoming event, something that I would have thought would have been, oh yeah, you're going to the event, yay, but this person literally told me not to contact them. They told me to go and look on the board somewhere. And I'm like, really? I would have rather that the person ignored or just deleted my message than to tell me don't contact them. I'm like, who in leadership would tell a person that, whether they knew me or not, I'm, on your team? So I just said that to say that I've been a part, by the way, I've been a registered nurse for more than 20, well, going on 20 years. August will be 20 years. And I have been working, I've always had some type of business, whether it was online or offline, for the last at least 19 years as well. So I have never been to a place or been a part of a team where I felt like I was just as important, or equally as important as the founder. And that is what you feel with the Unit of Prosperity. Our leader, Reginald Stinson, I think this man really receives his gratitude. He receives his, what do I want to say? He receives his gratification. That's what I mean. He receives his gratification from seeing our success. He is so humble. He does not want any accolades. He does not want, anything but our success. So he has taken his personal growth and development that he has accumulated over the years, and he has put together the Unit of Prosperity. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that I now have a home for the rest of my life. And now I feel that I can go back to some of the people that I made promises to. Of course, I made promises with the best intentions, but as you know, Lyria, there are tons of businesses out there, but they pale in comparison to the ease of our company, DSDomination. So with what Reginald and Keisha and all the leaders, my leader Carrie George, what they are doing are they are instilling in us the ability to become great leaders. I mean, they are continually pouring into us and giving us training and tips and even freebies. I mean, who does that when they know that they can make hundreds of dollars and even up to $1,000 with some of the training that they give us? I mean, if you're not successful, and results may vary, but if you're not successful, it's simply because you have not given it your all. So the unit is second to none, and I will, I can tell my pastor about it, my whole church. Matter of fact, I'm telling my whole congregation when I go to church on Sunday. I feel like I would be doing a disservice to the marketplace, to the community, if I didn't share what we have with DSDomination, because it was such a blessing that I saw it and that someone shared it with me. And to connect people with what we have with the Unit of Prosperity, I mean, I couldn't live with myself if I didn't plug people in.
Right, I hear you. I'm feeling the same way, and it just feels so good. It's the weight and the pressure is off your shoulders. The whole, oh no, I'm, not doing well for my team, or, I'm not giving my team a good place to be, or, the whole kind of angst and anxiety you might have in yourself, or the whole battle you might have in yourself, because you know that maybe they probably are not going to do what you're doing, even if you were able to recruit and all that stuff,
Right.
It's just a load off because you don't have to worry about that.
Yes, and then the next thing is that I've been a part of a lot of companies, and most of them you have to recruit in order to make any money. So I hear people saying multiple streams of income, and what we have here with DSDomination is truly multiple streams of income, for the simple fact that it's not mandatory that you recruit, for the simple fact that it's not mandatory even that you sell on eBay. I mean, because there are people who choose to maximize either side or the other, and then there are people like you and I who, we want to impact, empower, and inspire others to change their financial lives.
That's right. And you know what? You were mentioning about Reginald Stinson, and I just see that his culture, that he has produced and that he has cultivated with the Unit of Prosperity just comes down
Mhm.
from his head, which is Roger Langell, Kevin
Mhm.
Hokulana, and Hitesh Junja, who are the three. There might be another one, I'm not sure, but anyway, those are the three main leaders, creators of DSDomination, and
Mhm.
they are so selfless. Yeah, they have the whole, their gratification comes from our success as well, because,
Mhm.
as
Mhm.
they've said, they have their millions already. They've done this.
Yes.
Roger has
Yes.
been selling on eBay for like years, and he's known how to, make money. He's known how to
Mhm.
do it. So he could have just, hidden himself away somewhere and just
Yeah.
helped himself, and maybe the, people who come by and give him $10,000 or something like that for his coaching time. But I mean,
Yes.
he could have just stayed there, but he didn't. He wanted to bring it to all of us, and he got Hitesh in with him, and he got Kevin in with him, and Kevin gave up his career too for us.
Yes. Yes.
He
Yes.
gave up his career. And so, okay, speaking of giving up careers, I want to I want to mention, well, just to finish that thought, the top creators of the company, have that selfless attitude, and I think that just pervades down, through the leadership. Okay, so now coming back to you, I want to ask you what you have done to, what was that, retire yourself? Did I hear that
Yeah.
right?
Yes, Lyria, you are absolutely right. My goal for the last 16 years, because I've been burned out as a nurse for 16 years. And granted, I have the love and compassion and, the skills to be the most compassionate and affectionate nurse that one could ever have. And my patients never, ever, ever saw that side of me, that they would never imagine that I would be retiring or that I would be done with nursing. And just over the last couple of weeks, I, started sharing with a couple of my patients, who you can talk to and who not. But I started sharing, my story. I was like, they like, you coming back today? I said, no, I'm off tonight. I said, I'm going to be retiring myself really. So retiring? What do you mean retiring? You're a good nurse. And I'm like, yeah, I've been a good nurse for almost 20 years. I think I've served my craft. And, I know that, I've worked in about 36 different hospitals because I was trying to be diverse and trying to create newness to keep myself from feeling the overwhelm from the burnout. So in that, I've worked with thousands of nurses, okay? And on any given day, any given shift, if there are 10 nurses, at least 5 of them, 50%, and it's probably bigger, probably more, but at least 50% of the nurses that you work with on any given day works a second job. So it's like the more money you make, it's like you still, your needs become greater. And so as a result, you end up working a second job, causing more fatigue, causing more chance of medication errors, more chance, just a fraction of a decimal point could cause harm or death to a person. So when I tell people that I'm quitting nursing, they look at me like I got 2 heads or like I'm blue in the face. And I'm like, it's not a bad thing. So anyway, I'm just so pumped up. I'm so excited to have reached and accomplished my goal and dream to fire my boss. So you're right, Lyria. On Wednesday was my last official day working as a nurse. And granted, I do have my nursing license for multiple states, and I'm going to keep them active because once you're a nurse, it's always a nurse. So at any given time, I can go and volunteer, over here and work at a clinic or go to a nursing home and, just provide some give back, basically is what I intend to do. But thanks to DSDomination, I made a decision that same week of December where I made $1,000. I said, wait a minute, I could do this without recruiting people. I could do this in my sleep I don't have to babysit it. As you all might see, I'm in my car. I'm doing my business on my terms from wherever in the world I choose to be. I'm sitting in my car at a restaurant, and I'm here talking to you. And if you got any kind of auditory senses, you could feel or hear the passion that I exude, because I'm very passionate. I'm very passionate about helping people. And now, since I'm retiring from nursing, I can now help the people who want my help, because quite honest and quite frankly, when you're a patient in the hospital, you have, people coming in that might be 4 times your size, telling you don't eat bacon, don't eat cookies, don't eat cake, don't do this, don't, don't take this medication, whatever. It's all about what you should or should not do, and posing restrictions, and people don't accept that well. Although it's for their behalf, they looking at me like, well, you 200 pounds, what are you talking about? I need to lose 50 pounds. Of course, I wouldn't tell somebody they need to lose 50 pounds, but again, it's all about education. So as I'm trying to do my job in educating you so that you don't have to come back to the hospital every month, they resist, a lot of them, not all, but there's a big majority of the patients who are sick and tired of being sick, really, and they are not as receptive to what we're sharing with them. So now that I get to work from home, I get to impact, empower, and inspire others on another path, and I still get that same sense of satisfaction for helping.
Oh, that is amazing. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, LaKesha, for sharing all of that. Wow. I am okay, I was inspired before, but I mean, that's just, you explained everything out, and oh my goodness, I felt your pain, thank you for explaining, what nurses.
I didn't even go deep. Trust me, I didn't go deep.
No, you don't just, scrape the surface, but I mean, I can still, understand, what you went through. And so I'm celebrating with you. Congratulations.
Thank you. And it's like, and the next thing too, it's like your family misses you when you have to work. And like me, I'm a night shift nurse. So if you are listening to this podcast, this video, this, Google Hangout, and if you are a nurse, if you know a nurse, who doesn't know a nurse? I'm not saying that everybody wants to quit their job or has to quit their job to do DSDomination. It's your business, but when you work it like it's a business, it'll pay you like a business. If you work it like a hobby, it will pay you like a hobby. So I chose to give up my endless nights, where my family would be at home in the bed sleep, and then when they are up trying to do activities during the course of the day, I'm in bed sleep. I mean, what kind of quality of life is that? And then when you off, your biological clock is turned upside, not biological, I don't even know, chronological, whatever, your clock is just all off. I ain't trying to have no kids. Right? So, but anyway, the whole point that I'm trying to make is DSDomination has given me the freedom that I desire. So, like Lyria said, there is Lyria invited you to this, if I invited you to this, click the link, join, partner up, because one thing about it, it's your business to work it like a business, to create whatever you desire for your family, and that's really what it is.
That is what's up. Yes, that is really what it is. That is so cool. See, this is why I love these shows, because you get the real deal. You get the raw scoop. You get, you get it, and I hope you all who are watching get this. So yes, we have a question, little question feature. So if anybody has a question they would like to ask LaKesha before we finish, we do have a little more to talk about. So if you wanted to ask a question, you can type in your questions in the space below, I do believe, the video. Somebody just wanted to say hi, so hello.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. Okay, so LaKesha, I wanted to ask you now that we've heard all that you have, we heard what you invested, we heard your mindset. You know, you made sure that you treated your business like a business, and you took action.
Hmm.
We heard all of that, and we heard what your results were, which were amazing. You got to quit your job, you got to retire yourself, and might I add, in a short period of time, right?
Yes, originally I was talking about how I listed those items as, it was December 2nd, and, success loves speed. So, if you get in and you execute quickly and, work it as if your life depended on it, as if your family's life depended on it, then, you will yield the type of results that you desire. The sky is the absolute limit. And I'm just getting started, Lyria. I was able to reach my nursing income part while working full time and working my business part time. So just imagine what's about to happen for
Ah,
myself and my team.
yeah. Okay, so that means that we're gonna have to do another show.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, we will be coming
Yes,
back for an update, most definitely.
yes, yes.
Okay, so I wanted to, let's see. Yeah, I'm just getting a lot of hellos. People are saying hello. Thank
Okay,
you for
okay.
joining us. Okay, so, but yeah, I wanted to move on to one of the last things I wanted to talk about, which was your future. And you kind of hit on it. You know, you left it open, where you said, imagine what is to come, because now you have your whole day play. You can plan
Yes.
whatever you want. You don't have many distractions, I guess. I mean, I know you have,
Yeah.
your own life and stuff like that, but you seem to me like you're a very focused woman. So I do know that you will make time for
Yes.
your business to actually show up and blow up like you
Oh,
are expecting
yes.
to. So I just wanted to
Yes.
know, what are you expecting, if you don't mind sharing your goals and your dreams for, the future.
Okay. Well, with DSDomination, I like to say that what they have to offer, I have a bachelor's degree and $66,000 worth student loans attached to that. And once I saw that I could make money and felt that this was home for me, then I decided to upgrade because there are multiple. One moment, Leary. I'm sorry, my
Yeah.
phone. I got a phone call. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can still hear you. Your video went out a little bit though.
Am I back?
And there goes my video. Okay, my video's back. Yours, I still see your picture, but we can still hear
One
you.
moment.
Yeah,
One moment. I'm sorry.
yeah, you're fine. Things happen. I understand.
Is my video coming back?
It isn't back yet.
Okay, 1 second here.
Yeah, we might try, a few different ways, but if not, then we definitely can still.
Okay, well, as long as you can still hear me.
Yes, we can still hear you.
Um. Uh. Okay, 1 second. Let me try one other thing. Okay. Well, if you can't see my face, I apologize for that. I
That's
don't
okay.
know what happened. Maybe it'll come back in. Otherwise, you have to look at my beautiful Be Bold picture, because that's what you have to do sometimes. You just have to step out on faith and just know that you're doing what you need to do for yourself and your family. So where I see myself, that's what I was about to say. I decided that I wanted to upgrade to all the products that were offered through DSDomination. With no, I mean, there was nobody who, said, you got to buy this, you got to buy that, or the other. So when I felt that the time was right for me, then I upgraded to each level of product. And the reason I mentioned how much student loans I have is because the small investment that I made in myself, it was an investment. The small investment that I made to obtain all the products have the ability to yield me more income than I could ever make as a nurse, and I've made as much as $56 an hour, and I'm not just boasting. I am being upfront to let you know that nursing is a great career. It's a great field. You have the opportunity, if you're willing to go where the work is, you have the opportunity to make gobs of money. But the bottom line is you only gonna make what they allow you to make. And who wants to, in their right mind, work 4 or 5 jobs to make $100,000 a year? So by the end of the year, Lyria, you asked, we have this new Genesis product that just came out. So with Genesis, I know without a shadow of a doubt that I will be a 6-figure earner with DSDomination, because I am willing to help my team. And when you help enough people get what they need, you ultimately will get what you need, Lyria. I can see you I don't know what your goals are, but I can see it for you as well, because you selflessly give. You are here taking time out of your schedule to be here to interview me, and this is only for others. You're doing this for others. You're not doing this for Lyria. You're doing it for others. So that is what it's about. It's about, being of service, being of good service. So I can see myself by next year this time making my $65,000 or $70,000 annual nursing income. I could see myself making that per month. Okay, so that's my goal.
That is hot. Oh my goodness. Okay, and I was just about to say, preach it, girl.
Sometimes it's like, okay, LaKesha, don't go in. It's like I have to do some little self-talk. But the truth is that we have to really get the word out. We are doing a disservice, Lyria, and call me off on the time now, because I can get to talking. But we're doing a disservice if we don't share this opportunity. So if you're watching today, and if you are a person that say, you know what, Lyria, you know what, LaKesha, this sounds fine, this sounds dandy, but you know what, this is not for me. I am sure somebody else that you could bless with this opportunity, because it is truly a blessing that my 61-year-old mother retired from her job. Okay, she retired several years ago, but she took an early retirement because of some health issues. So she took a retirement / disability, and she don't make enough money because she's not old enough to get Social Security and what all those things, right? So she has had to go and work for people, cleaning houses, being a nurse's aide. She's never done that before in her life, but because of the fact that she does not have the income that she's accustomed to, as an only child, I have to fill in the blank for her. So I'm like, okay, Mom, one day I was at her house, and once I went through my probationary period with eBay and DSDomination, once I went through that probationary period, I decided, you know what? I have got to, really get my mom involved. And she's not a computer savvy person. She's 61, never really had to do anything on a computer. So I was at her house one day, and I sold a big ticket item, and results may vary again. I sold a $1,199. The item was $1,199, and I sold the item and made a $600 profit. So when I saw that, my mom was like, whoa. So instantly she sat up for nights. She sat out night after night after night. And she was the kind of person that I would literally have to tell her, okay, click with your pointing finger, click with your ring finger, right click. I had to really just about take her hand and move it with the mouse to help her copy and paste. But she was convinced for herself that she was going to make this business work. And now I just told her, I said, Mom, I think I want to hire her to help me fill my orders. Because she is so effective and efficient with it, and she gets 20-30 sales at least a month.
Whoa! Way to go, Mom!
You know, so I mean, really, I'm saying whoever you are, if you're a baby boomer, we went to Las Vegas to the convention, DSDomination first convention, and we went there and they did a poll in the room. They said, if you are born between this date and that, if you're a baby boomer, stand up. And it was 2,000 people in attendance, and over half the room stood up. Over half the room. So my mom was like, wait a minute. I need to be recruited. My mom is shy. She's not the type person who wants to be talking to people. I mean, of course, she's sweet. She talks to people, but she don't want to be pitching a business to anyone. But, baby, believe me, the first day of the convention, my mom said, no, I'm going to get me an affiliate account so I can share this with my peers and people I know.
Right. Oh my goodness, that is so hot. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, so you have told us where you want to go. You have told us what you have done. You have inspired us greatly. Thank you so much for sharing all of this, LaKesha. And yes, we do want to, keep track of our time, but this has been amazing. Thank you so very much for giving your time. Thank you so very much for letting us all know how easy this, well, not easy, I don't want to say easy, how simple it was for you to just follow the training and do, and then get results. So thank you again so very much. And now I want to do one more thing before we go. How do people get in contact with you, LaKesha, online?
Okay, thanks for asking, Lyria. I can be reached on Facebook at facebook.com, or you could just type in LaKesha, LaKesha, Tyus Hall. LaKesha Tyus, Tyus Hall on Facebook. On Instagram and Twitter, I am at LaKesha Kenya. And also, I have a blog. My blog is LaKeshaKenyablog.com. And also, I can be reached at 888-76-COACH. And that is, I am Coach LaKesha Kenya. So that number again is 888-76-COACH. So, if I invited you to this opportunity, please call my number. And if Lyria invited you, by all means, Lyria is a phenomenal leader. Lyria is a person who can show you all the tools, all the tips, and all the techniques. She is going to plug you into the unit of prosperity where you have over 15,000 team members that will be there to, support you. So by all means, click the link, partner with Lyria, and take your financial life, take control, I would say, of your financial life. And if you're a person that are already, you're already financially free and financially stable, we have people who are already six-figure earners, who are already comfortable, who already have a great income, that are partnering with us. We have business owners that are partnering with us, because it's not always about you, but you might know other people that you can bless with the opportunity, because if they see you a six-figure money earner, your friends, they were like, wait a minute, if Joe is paying attention to this and he already has money, maybe I need to pay attention to this. So sometimes it's not all about you. It's about you blessing other people.
Right. Thank you so much, LaKesha. Oh, my goodness. Okay. And as LaKesha was saying, you can reach her online. You can also, if you're watching this video on her YouTube channel, you can just click the link below. And if you're watching this on my channel, welcome. And you can just click the link below as well to get started with me. If you want to find me online, you can find me at www.dsworldwidedomination.com, and you can also find me on Facebook at facebook.com/dsworldwidedomination. This has been another episode of Dominating Entrepreneurs. Thank you so much again, LaKesha, for joining us. And for
Lyria.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. Also, I didn't even give my website. When I give my website to people, sometimes they think I'm just kidding. But anyway, my website, I'm sorry, is www.howiquitnursing.com.
Okay. Oh, yes. Thank you so very much. Okay. So I just wanted to thank you all again for joining us. And this has been another episode of Dominating Entrepreneurs. We will see you next week, Friday, for our next guest. I'll talk to you later. Bye.